Leaves of 3, let it be. You've probably heard that old adage for avoiding poison ivy in the woods. And that works if you want to avoid like 80% of all the plants in the woods. It's not very pragmatic. It's too ambiguous. So like all things in life, nothing can be boiled down to a single phrase like that. But with just a little bit of knowledge, just a little bit of perspicuity, it can be easy to identify poison ivy. One of the first things is, where is its habitat? It's indigenous to North America, very, very prevalent in New England, Northeast, New York where I am, tons of it all over the place. But it specifically likes disturbed areas. So walking trails, property lines, fence lines, stuff like that, anywhere that's been previously dug. So now that you know where to look for it, how to identify it? Alternate compound leaves of 3, okay? Let's get an example here. Here you can see the stem. Here's a branch and a branch. See how they grow not right directly off each other? That's called alternate. That's alternate growth with leaves of 3. That is poison ivy. And even look how those leaves are cleft like that. Very strange. Might be some sort of mutation or something. Or it could just be early. Sometimes when plants are just starting out, they grow a little weird or something. But that is poison ivy. That doesn't even necessarily look like a stereotypical poison ivy plant. But so each little offshoot will have 3 of those leaflets. That's called a compound leaf. That's a 1 leaf. 3 leaflets, 1 leaf. That's a compound leaf. And they grow alternate as opposed to opposite. Alternate, opposite. Another telltale sign, late August, early September, it will start changing colors. It will start turning yellow. It will start fruiting. It's like looks like a small bunch of grapes, like really small grapes. Just a little bunch of white berries on it. And the leaves will start turning yellow. It's one of the first plants to start changing colors. So when you look in the woods and you see a bunch of yellow leaves, I already know that's poison ivy. I already know, especially when it's sporadic like that. If it's in one little area, maybe they're not getting enough sunlight and they're just dying, totally possible. But when you look out in the woods and you see yellow dispersed here and there, that's 100% poison ivy. And again, where are we? We're on a trail. Loves the disturbed area. That's right where it grows. And it is a vine, so it will grow up trees. It's another telltale sign, is you see a hairy vine growing up a tree. The hairs can be like very light colored, like a blonde colored, usually like a dark brown vine going up with like these light hairs coming off that grab onto the bark. But it is totally okay running along the ground or wherever else. It's very prolific indigenous plant. That's why it's done so well, because it's very versatile. It can go wherever it needs to. So starts changing color late August, early September. Huge telltale sign. Grows in disturbed areas or prefers disturbed areas. So you're more likely to find it on the edge of your trail than deep into the woods. Of course it is deep in the woods, obviously. It's definitely in there. Don't think it's only in disturbed areas. But disturbed areas are pretty much guaranteed to have it. And then alternate compound leaves of 3. If you can remember those few things, you'll be able to go into the woods and identify poison ivy without even looking, without counting leaves, without getting close. I mean, I could see it from a mile away at this point. I don't even have to get anywhere near it. And it's helpful, you know, you see something in the woods that you like, you want to investigate, you want to check it out. Well, you don't want to walk through a poison ivy patch to get to it. Trust me, you don't want to. So, learn about your poisonous plants. It's really an allergic plant, just something that most people have an allergic reaction to. It's not actually poisonous, but we'll treat it as such because it's extremely unpleasant to get that rash. So yeah, go out in the woods, have fun, be safe, and watch out for that poison ivy all over the place.